Eminem featuring Billie Eilish. Now, I've listened to Billie Eilish. I've heard Billie Eilish here and there. I can't say I know much about her, but I've heard her enough to kind of know her sound, I think, and I like it. You know, I don't mind the fact that what I've heard, which is limited, it sounds different, and I always like different. I grew up listening to hip hop. My elder brother, had this massive, huge DJ vinyl set, the old school style, in the 80s and 90s, and he had all the records, vinyls of everything that was hip hop then. Right? I'm talking, obviously, you know, the NWA guys, individually. We listened to a lot of Ice Cube, Eazy-E when he started making his music, Dre throughout, bit of MC Ren, you know, Big Daddy Kane, Wu-Tang Clan when they came out, Cypress Hill, Gold Diggers. I can go on and on and on, you know, about the rappers that we used to listen to. Before the likes of Eminem came about, now everyone I know that likes hip hop rates him very highly, including my brother who introduced me to it, hip hop, albeit not knowingly, right? I'm not a fan. That's just my personal preference. It's got nothing to do with a certain shade of skin he has. It's just everyone likes certain artists, right? I don't like that kind of rap where it's, you know, I like the more Scarface type of rap, you know, KRS-One, that kind of old school hip hop style. That's just the style I like. But I'm interested in this collaboration. I hope it's not what I think it's going to be like, which is him just doing one word over and over again just to make us false a story. It's not hip hop, it's just like childish rap. But anyway, let's listen to it. Let's be open-minded and stop being so grumpy.
You slammed the door, I slammed it back. We spoke in thunder, love lost in the crack. I swore I'd never be like you, but now I wear your shadow too. You wanted more than life could give, and I just wanted space to live. We both were fire, we both were proud. Too many truths we said too loud, and now the house is still in strain. Grief's the only thing that's changed. Now that you're gone, I miss the fight, the way your voice lit up the night. The things you said I used to hate now echo back a little late. I held my anger like a shield, you held your pain, you never healed. I thought we had more time to try, now all I have is one goodbye.
I used to scream your name like it meant war. Every word was a grenade I threw at the floor. We were gasoline, matchsticks, flint and flame. Felt more like inmates than blood with a name. I blamed you for everything I didn't become, and you blamed dad, then life, then what you done. You cooked pain into every plate we ate, but now I miss it, isn't that fate? I hated your voice, now it haunts my head like lullabies soaked in things you never said. I swore I'd never turn back, never call. Now I trade everything for one more brawl. We were broken, yeah, but we were still us. Now I'm just talking to your ghost on the bus. You weren't perfect, but neither was I, and all we did was run from the why. I held my anger like it was gold, built my empire but stayed cold. You held your silence like a blade, and both of us bled but never gave. Now your chair's still there and your room's untouched, and I'm choking on words I feared too much.
Now that you're gone, I miss the have is one goodbye.
You said you'll miss me when I'm gone, I laughed. But now I'm crying to your photograph. You were the storm I couldn't tame, but I never saw your pain beneath the flame. You were hurting, but you masked it well. Turned our home into a fragile shell. Yeah, you yelled, and yeah, I cursed, but I never meant for your heart to hurt. I wrote songs and I messed to the crowd, but now I wish I said it softer, not so loud. You were trying, I was blind, and now the silence hits rewind. I should've seen you weren't a villain, just a woman scared and barely willing to hold it all while raising me, while your world cracked quietly. I painted you in black and red, but forgot the love behind what you said. I told the world what we both hid. Now I'd erased half of what I did.
Now that you're gone, I miss the fight, the way your voice lit up the night, the things you said I used to hate. Now I go back a little late. I held my anger like a shield, you held your pain, you never healed. I thought we had more time to try. Now all I have is one goodbye.
I was your mirror and you were mine. We both saw things we tried to deny. I got your temper, your pride, your fight, but none of your grace or your sleepless nights. You tried to hold me while holding pain, but I only saw the cracks, not the strain. You gave me life, but I gave you distance. Built my name while you faded in the distance. You watched me rise from the back of a screen, but never saw me see what you mean. I called you out, I called you wrong, but never called to say you were strong. Yeah, you broke things, we both did, but you never ran. Even when I hid, I spit venom in verses that stung your core. Now I trade them all just to hear you snore. It's quiet now, too quiet to bear. You're gone and I still feel you there. In every line that came too rough, in every hug I never gave enough. I thought we'd get our time to mend, but we ran out before the end. Now I wear this guilt like skin on skin, still hoping you forgive the kid I've been.
The fight, the way your voice lit up the night, the things you said I used to hate. Now I go back a little late. I held my anger like a shield, you held your pain, you never healed. I thought we had more time to try. Now all I have is one goodbye.
Yeah, so where do I start with that? Right, okay. I think there were two different songs, right? I remember when Dido, sorry, I think it's Dido, and when she did a track with Eminem quite a few years back, I think it was Dear Stan. I thought that worked really well because they were telling the same story from a different perspective. It flowed, it merged, it was hard hitting. I feel this isn't. I feel her song is beautiful, and I think without Eminem, this would have been a better song, right? It would have hit a completely different note. I didn't expect that. It would have hit probably not, I won't say different genre, but it'd be a totally different type of story without him. And I think maybe vice versa, without her, his song would have probably been a complete rap. But it just doesn't fit for me because although the lyrics are, they're directionally correct, right? But the her emotion and rawness and even the visuals, and then you just got this angry guy she's not hungry. She might be, actually. You got this angry guy, and all he wants to do is just show you that he can rhyme, and that's all it is. It's the story's kind of lost on him. It's lost its mystery and its depth. He's just like it's a great rap. I mean, if I was having a drink on a Friday night with a few mates and they rap that, I'd be very impressed. I don't mean that in an insulting way, but I just don't think it works with this song. It almost epitomizes why I'm not a fan of Eminem, because how can I put it? He's like a great actor, because he's a great artist. He's like a great actor in the wrong film here. He's a great artist in the wrong song. It just doesn't work. I think he's tried a bit too hard as well, and the silence is, you know, after he hasn't got that continuous flow. It stop start a lot, and the silence is after each verse. You know, trying to create that almost like a cliff edge kind of, you know, emotional impact after each verse, and then to carry that story on in the next verse. It doesn't that break kind of breaks his flow, and I think it doesn't work in this song because there's just too much silence after each verse. Sorry, I probably sound like being really picky and pedantic and hard to please, but I just didn't like it. I would listen to this song without him. There you go. I'm a grumpy bastard.